So we're in the middle of eclipse season right now, which presents a lot of challenging aspects for many people, as if life isn't challenging enough right now. I think it's really important to discuss a very profound understanding when it comes to life and astrology, and that is that there are various seasons in life. There are times where everything goes our way, we feel like we're walking on cloud nine, we can manifest anything we want, and then soon thereafter, maybe something happens, an event happens that occurs that makes us think that life isn't all that great, and maybe we don't have everything all together, and we need to adjust our viewpoint. Hi, my name is Michael Bartlett, Master Metaphysical Astrologer, and I'm here to provide profound, transformational services through the opportunity of using astrology, experiential and astrological coaching, as well as the width and breadth of my understanding to help you address the issues in your life to become the most vibrant, successful you can be. Please visit my website, coremichael.com, for more information. So first, I'd like to begin with, when we look at what's going on with a lot of the social media, we see all these people who appear so beautiful, so perfect. They're traveling around the world. They've got great bodies. They've got beautiful hair. They've got great skin. They seem to not have anything challenging going on. And that is because we live in a society that really wants to embrace a certain level of perfection. But the truth is, we really can't have any perfection if we don't go through changes in our life and create the ways in which we need to be our own selves. This is a long process. As we know from astrology, there are many cycles that happen in our lives, and even just in general, we understand that as we grow and mature and live long enough on the planet, we find different ways of being and different ways of understanding life. I like to say that we don't know who discovered water, but it probably wasn't Pisces. And that is a metaphor, meaning that when we are immersed in something so deeply, we find it challenging to see things from a different viewpoint. So if you have a strong family, strong set of friends, are involved with a religious or spiritual group that has a very specific viewpoint, your frame of reference is going to be completely clouded by those situations, those peoples, those communities. And therefore, it's sometimes challenging to lift our heads up out of the water a bit and see where we are in relationship to things. As Dolly Parton said, we cannot have rainbows without rain. So it is with life. And when we look back on very challenging and difficult times that we go through in our life, and when we're in it, it feels like we're dying, because the truth is a part of us is dying. We need to make new changes. We need to find new ways to adapt to life as it is and not as we perceive it or as others present it, because each of us are a unique individual archetype, meaning that we have our own unique cosmology, we have our own unique frame of reference, and many people are going to take the time and effort to try and sway you from your perspective and get you to perceive and see things from their viewpoint. This can be very challenging, and I think this is where one of the most important words in any language needs to be used, and that is the word no. People will not really respect you until you begin to say no. As long as you are a person who says yes and agrees to everything and is in this position where you want to make people happy, so I can't say no, or they won't need me if I say no, the truth is, they really don't know how to appreciate you until you say no, because it's the absence of what you offer that makes them aware of what you provide for them in their life. So first and foremost, I think it's really important to learn to use the word no. And if you have a challenging time saying that, then when someone asks you something, say, let me think about it. This is the first important step in finding your way about how you can look at a situation, and give yourself the time to review if this is really going to be a good thing for you. When we go through challenging times in our life, it can be very painful because it's hard for other people to understand what we're going through. I believe astrology offers us a great insight into knowing exactly what part of our life is going through the change, and also what we probably need to adjust in our attitudes, our viewpoints, and even the people and relationships we have in our life. This is done through a session with an astrologer like myself, but someone who you can sit with and who you understand and is able to see you in a way that you feel seen. That's first and foremost when you see an astrologer. You want to know that person sees and understands you and isn't also looking through their own lens at you and therefore trying to lay their own trip on you, which some astrologers do, I'm sorry to say. So once you find that, you can have the opportunity to do the work that you need to address these specific issues that you are to be empowered for your individual archetype. Now, the painful part with that is there are going to be people who are going to have to step out of your life. They're not going to be people who are going to support that because who you have been to them is a very set idea. And when we step out of that idea of what other people have for us, we threaten not only our own system, but we threaten other people's systems. And that is not an easy thing to go through. So those individuals who stay with you through the changes that you go through in life, through the many incarnations, through the many cycles of becoming yourself and still stand by your side, those are really important people because they not only know and appreciate who you are now, but they've seen how far you've come and probably appreciate that as well. And hopefully there's a give and take in that sort of a relationship. What astrology continues to teach me is there is a beautiful, intricate way in which each of us is a complex way of being in relationship to others, to ourselves, and to life itself. And the best thing we can do is embrace that. If we talk about the elemental balances in a person's chart, we're going to find that there are ways that people are more grounded because they have a lot of earth in their chart, or they're more fiery and impetuous if they have a lot of fire in their chart, or they're a little bit distant and aloof if they have a lot of air in their chart. And if they have a lot of water in their chart, they have an amazing level of sensitivity. Now, that isn't to say that people who don't have water in their chart are not sensitive or don't have feelings, but people who have a lot of water-based planets have a lot more feeling and are going to sense things in a way that not many other people do. And those of us who have a lot of water are going to feel the depths of our experiences. And it's really challenging and hard to share that. As an example, I'm a Scorpio moon. Growing up in the 1960s and 1970s, this was very challenging for not only me, but my family and everyone I encountered because I didn't understand the depth of feeling I had, why I could get so depressed, why I could get so upset and so butthurt over things. And it's taken me a long time and I'm still learning how to be in relationship with other people in a way that is genuine for me and genuine for others. And so I encourage you to also find those ways and know that it's okay when you're down, that it's really okay when you're having intense feelings, that it's really okay even if no one else understands what you're going on. Try and find a way to express that for yourself, whether through writing, through drawing, painting, artwork, dressing up, whatever it is you need, walking in the beach, walking out in the forest, just walking, moving the energy some way so that you're not stuck in it and you realize that there's a way out. Because sometimes these feelings can be so overwhelming that it's very challenging for us to come back to ourselves. It's almost like we need a little bit of a lifesaver thrown out to us to save ourselves. And so I just really want to encourage all of you out there to find ways of finding compassion for yourself and for others. This is a very challenging period. I think now here at September of 2024 through 2025, I think we're going to all be going through some major shifts on our individual levels as well as the collective. And the most important thing we can do is be empowered in who we are. And I have found very few tools that work as well as astrology and human design. And when these are used in concert with other modalities, these can be fundamentally life-changing and life-affirming experiences that I think all of us need so desperately. I encourage you to check out my website, coremichael.com, book a session with me if you'd like. I also do astrological coaching, which means that you're going to be coming in, we're going to be meeting via Zoom or in person if you're near Santa Fe or want to come to Santa Fe, where we dive deeply into the archetype of who you are and we find the ways to address your specific challenges and how you can meet them in a way that is genuinely true for you, as well as take advantage of the inherent supports that you may have in your chart as well. Thank you for tuning in today, and I really want to encourage you to be your most brilliant and definitive archetypal self. That's why I'm here. Again, my name is Michael Bartlett, Master Metaphysical Astrologer, and thank you for joining me today. Take care. Bye-bye.